1.
Good afternoon. It is Thursday, May 4th. This is the Education and Culture Committee. We are here to take up 4 items. 2 are CIP amendments for the library refurbishment level of effort and the Wheaton Arts and Cultural Center. And then we will have 2 MCP items, a follow-up, a third budget session on the operating budget, and a special appropriation for educational support professionals. So we're going to take the CIP amendments first, and so I'll turn it over to Ms. Chen to start with the libraries. And good to see our folks from the libraries.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Chen, Legislative Analyst with the County Council. I would just like to say that we have pulled the millions of viewers today for capital amendment. So can we just give a round of applause for libraries and Wheaton Arts, please? Because that's impressive. I'm impressed. Today we'll be discussing great amendments that are coming through on the fiscal year 23 to 28 capital improvements program. One is on the library refurbishment level of effort. The state will be giving us $555,600 to support the Long Branch Library Building and Site Improvement Project, which then allows the county to save $500,000 in GO bonds and repurpose back to the library branch project itself. In addition, the state has also committed $500,000 to the Damascus Library and Senior Center. That is a total of $1,056,000. And today we are recommending that we accept this state funding.
One of my favorite jobs, accepting state funding. I always say it. And as Director Vassallo knows, and our new lead for libraries knows, Long Branch Library is my home library, and Damascus Library and Senior Center is such a great place that really is a hub for that community. So we couldn't be making 2 better investments with state dollars at kind of different ends of our county, opposite ends of our county. So Director Vassallo, do you have anything you want to add before we tell you yes?
Thank you, Councilmember Jawando, and hello to Councilmember Mink, Councilmember Albernaz. The 2 projects that will be supported by this funding are improvements to the exterior space at the Long Branch Library to include a shade structure, which is under design for the plaza/roof, and some other exterior improvements, including the addition of electricity to allow for hot desking, some other items also. The design is underway for the shade improvements, and several different options will be presented to the community for their perusal, and then we will move forward with that. And of course, as you mentioned, the refurbishment of the Damascus Library brings us basically to the end of our cycle of refreshing all of our library buildings, with the exceptions of the ones that needed full replacement. So we're very happy to have this money from the state. It definitely supports our projects, and thank you for your attention to this.
Thank you. It's really exciting. So without objection, and if colleagues don't have any comments, we'll accept those and move them forward to full council. So thank you for joining us. So whoever's here for the Wheaton Arts Cultural Center, you're right there. All right. Let's go to that one.
Our second item on the agenda is amendment to the fiscal year 23 to 28 capital improvements program for the fiscal year 24 capital budget, Wheaton Arts and Cultural Center. Another wonderful announcement that the state will be giving or awarding Montgomery County and GO bonds $1 million. This allows actually the interior build out of the Wheaton Arts and Cultural Center to be accelerated. We did meet previously about the timeline, so we will actually, the facility's interior will be starting faster than when we last met. In addition, that will also allow for the affordable housing piece of the Wheaton Arts and Cultural Center to also move forward ahead. So the recommendation here is to, yes, accept the $1 million in GO bonds from the state of Maryland in order to amend the capital budget.
Thank you. Any comments there? All right, without objection, we're excited about this project. We talked about it in a previous session, so let's accept that and we'll move forward. Thank Thank you. Thank you both. Okay. The easy part of our day. So I'll make some comments, and we'll welcome our speakers up for MCPS, President Silvestri, Dr. McKnight, anyone else from your team that's going to be a part of the initial presentation. Yeah, come on up. Yeah. And just to orient everybody, this is our third session on the MCPS operating budget, and we will, at the conclusion here, we'll make a recommendation from the committee on the operating budget for the full council, which will take it up, I think it's on the 12th, yeah, next week at the full council. And we will bring up, we have our union partners here, and that when we get to the staffing part of our the packet. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to make a couple remarks here. We're going to have MCPS, President Silvestri and Dr. McKnight make a brief remarks and do a brief presentation. They have promised me they will be done within 15 minutes. And then we will move on to the packet. Ms. McGuire will walk us through the packet. And when we get to staffing, I'm going to ask to do some musical chairs and bring up our union partners so that they can be present as representatives of the staffing of our school system. So just that's the order. And then obviously we will pause throughout the packet and colleagues will have questions and thoughts as well. So a reoccurring theme in our discussions from our very first ENC meeting has been, one, the need to make sure our schools, students, staff, and really our communities have the resources they need to make sure every student can thrive. A particularly important task as we've come out of a historic period the last 3 years where learning has not only been interrupted, but families have lost loved ones, and we have lost jobs, and certainly student learning and mental health, which is in a crisis level right now, has been all a part of that. We've had opioid increases with our youth and unfortunate overdoses. We're dealing with stuff that we've really never dealt with at this level, and that's the way we've had to enter this budget conversation to say, and I know the school board and the superintendent work together to deliver us a budget, and the county executive that addresses those issues. There probably are millions watching at home today, and we have many in the room, and just want to remind everyone in the room, you're welcome to stay and stand, but there is an overflow room on the 4th floor where you can watch the proceedings happening in real time if you'd like to do that at any point. My colleagues and I on the ENC committee, we're committed to making sure that our schools have what they need to thrive. We're going to talk about that today from pre-K all the way through J, as President Silvestri and many others say. But we're also committed to the second theme of making sure that all cell phones are off. or on vibrate. No, that's not the second theme. We're committed to a robust, transparent, and accountable system. You know, this is half of our budget. The recommendation we make today is for half of the county's budget. And while we will have discussion points on how much will be more over last year and that, it will be half of the budget, roughly. And that's important. We need to make sure that our residents who are paying into this system get the high quality and benefit and transparency about what's going on and input into the process. And that's our responsibility as the fiduciary, the ones who have been elected to help decide how to spend taxpayer money in benefit of all residents. And it's an important responsibility that we take very seriously. And that's why I sent a letter to Dr. McKnight when we first started this process, that we're going to be very focused on what is working, what's not, and what are you doing to change it, and what are these accountability measures in a data-based way, because we need to be making data-informed decisions, particularly when resources are so precious and our families are struggling, you know, across the county. So that's how we've entered this process, and we're looking forward to completing it today. Just the last thing I'll say about the reconciliation process. We will make a recommendation. Any recommendation we make under what we've done this year under the budget process, under the council president's request, everything above last year's budget will go on the reconciliation list, either as a priority, as a high priority, and the council will decide ultimately as a body what makes it off that list. So this is our step in the process of making that recommendation. We've been tasked also in trying to find reductions, obviously difficult task, but something that's important. So with that, I will turn it over to President Silvestri for comments, and then Dr. McKnight, you'll take us to comments and then through the presentation. And it is 1:27, and I'm going to start my clock. So at 1:45, I'd like to be, no, I'm going to start with you, but I'm giving President Silvestri at least 2.5, 3 minutes, but at 1:45, we're going to be moving on to the packet. President Silvestri.
Good afternoon, Chair Jawando, Councilmember Mink, Councilmember Albornoz. It's a pleasure to be here with you once again to take on this very important discussion about our MCPS budget. You have very hard decisions to make, and I recognize that. And we all have the same goal. We are all here because we want to give our students the best that they deserve, because they're counting on us to create an environment and provide the resources so they can achieve at the highest levels. As I thought about what I was going to say to you today, I thought, what can I tell them that they don't already know? You already know that the need is great, both academic and our families who are struggling, and 43% of our students living in poverty. You already know about the youth mental health crisis that continues, and we must address these needs as well as the academic. You already know that we are good stewards of our funding. Mr. Hull has shared with you how we have received commendations from external auditors on our financial reporting. You already know the board is committed to transparency and accountability. We have outlined the measures that we are taking to be accountable, and we are willing and happy to work with you on additional accountability going forward. You already know that we are a people organization. We need our staff. We cannot operate and fulfill our mission without them. For this, we need to fully fund compensation, and we need that state allocation to make that happen. As you already know, our staff need the resources to make improvements in our schools and to be accountable to you. We need these resources to make it happen. As you already know, the ESSER money is already allocated for key interventions such as summer school, tutoring, and mental health. As you already know, the blueprint requires and will continue to require for local spending to achieve the necessary reforms. Again, I recognize these are hard decisions that we are making for both our county and our school system. But we must invest in our students, just like we have invested in our students in the past. We all want the best for them, and I am confident that we will do right by them today. Thank you again for your continued support.
Thank you, President Silvestri. Dr. McKnight.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So good to see you, and I woke up this morning thinking, how am I going to say everything in 5 minutes of the 15 minutes that we're allotted? And much like President Silvestri just said, today was more about the things that you already know and more about what is it that we're going to do. However, over the last few meetings, there have been a few things that I thought I needed to clarify. And as the work that you do, I'm reading what people are saying, and I know that everyone's watching, and I'm trying to figure out what that means. And then I'm left with some of the things that I've heard throughout our discussions. Trust is the first one. That's at the top of the list of my core values. I remember we were talking about fund balance, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. And Councilmember Mink, you said trust us. I want you to trust us as well. I promise you, if there were dead bodies laying around CESE, I would probably not be working there. Okay? Secondly, my board members were elected by the constituents in this county to serve the needs of every child that is in the school system. And they hold me and this system and all of our employees accountable for that. We are here now. I cannot account for the sins of the past. I cannot account for the perceptions that were developed around narratives that did not make people feel comfortable or trust this school system. Quite frankly, that doesn't happen overnight. That happens over a long time period. But myself, the staff, and the board members, we are here now, and we're here today, and we believe it is our moral responsibility to address the needs of this very diverse school system that needs our attention in a way that it's never been felt before in the history of public education and right here in Montgomery County Public Schools. So we started talking about a three-legged stool. That was the best analogy we could come up with in terms of the things that are important. First leg, employee compensation. We cannot do anything without well-qualified, supported staff who are committed to meeting the needs of our students. Then I think about the second leg, accelerators, and what's this thing? Inflation, okay? Inflation. I mean, you know it, outside of the school system. We're paying much more in the grocery store. We're paying much more in places than we ever paid before, and the school system has to pick that dime up. We have to do it, and we're supposed to do it. And when I think about enrollment growth, those are students who are going to be real-life students who come into our schools, and we must serve them. How can we not prepare for that? And then when I think about the accelerators, it truly is what we have to equip our staff to